Now, what about writing? Writing is a problem because, let's face it, our students, they don't like writing. That's for sure. How can, yeah, forget the classroom. How can we get students to practice writing on their own? Any ideas?
Email.
Email. Email. Okay. You mean the teacher emailing the students?
Yes, or not, just about the news.
Okay. Yeah, the gentleman at the back.
There is a fake text message where they can write short exchanges, or they can use tracking notes.
Okay, that's very good. An application, isn't it, with fake, which simulates text messaging and stuff. It's great fun, that. Yeah? Very good. Uh-huh. Okay. That's a very good idea. What's it called, this application? Track me not. Track me not. Okay. Good. Okay. All right. Now, anything else? Yeah.
Writing diaries.
Writing diaries? Okay. That's an important point. Why is it that our learners don't like writing? I think there are two reasons. The two main reasons are, the first one is when we ask them to write something, we ask them to write something big. And they don't like that. If it's something small, they don't mind that. So when they send messages, yeah, that's different. The second thing is the lack of a communicative purpose. When we ask them to write an essay or an email in class, that's so the teacher can see how good the level of English is. But there's no communicative purpose. When they message each other at home, they can do this for 5 hours. That's writing. And they don't mind that because there's real communication. So here's some, yeah? That's right. That's right. They're not forced to do that. So here's an idea. Why not replicate this? Decide to assign them a study buddy and tell them to message each other in English. And that's a good discovery activity. You tell them, whatever it is you cannot say in English, say it in Greek. But then you know you don't know that. And you can make a note of that and ask the teacher afterwards or look it up. Here's another one. You can join Facebook threads. This is excellent for adults. This is real communication. So you have adults who are interested, I don't know, in pets or in gardening or whatever, yeah? So they go online on Facebook and they find threads on this topic and they can just ask questions. What's your favorite breed of dog? Oh, this dog, where was it found? And people, native speakers, they actually answer them. You don't even have to pay them, yeah? Once again, and they write little things, little comments, and say, oh, I love corgis, so do I, etc. And another thing, as the lady said, keeping a journal. Keeping a journal is excellent, especially for shy learners. Perhaps they don't want other people looking at what they've written. You tell them, write down 3 lines every day about what you did in English. Just 3 lines. It's not a big thing. It's a message to them that once again, they can discover what it is that they don't know, what it is they cannot say in English. Very nice. On top of this, it makes them more disciplined learners. It helps them reflect on how they're learning. This is excellent. Okay. I want to show you one of my favorite activities. You have to promise to try to do it. Okay, do you have a pen? Can I see your pens? Okay. Come on, just for 1 minute. Okay, quick writing, it's my favorite activity. And it lends itself to the NOCN. I'll tell you why in a minute. The writing tasks in the NOCN exams, basically there is a formal piece of writing and an informal piece of writing. But they look like something like this. You recently stayed in a hotel and you really enjoyed your time there. Write an email to the manager to thank them for making your stay so enjoyable. Yeah? Now here's the thing. In the NOCN exams, we don't want to test people's world knowledge or their ability to come up with ideas. Okay? It's not a valid test. We want to test their ability to write, to encode their meaning in English. That's what we are interested in. So we give them ideas. They don't have to include these ideas, but we give them ideas. You can say when you stayed there, how long you stayed there, who you were with, what you liked about it, etc., and why you would recommend the hotel to your friends. Very good. So students know what they have to do. They don't have to think. They can concentrate on the language. But this format also lends itself to the activity I was telling you about. Are you ready? Okay. Let me show you the task. Don't start until I tell you. With quick writing, you ask students to write for 1 minute only. And they don't mind that because it's only 1 minute. But you also give them a challenge. Yeah? They want to get some kind of feedback afterwards. Read the task below. Then I want you to write for 1 minute, trying to include as much information as possible. But here's the thing. We don't give them the prompts. So just write off the top of your head for 1 minute. Continuous prose, not notes, a passage, yeah? As much as you can, like 3 lines or 4 lines, and try to include as much information as possible. And then I'm going to show you the prompts, and if you have managed by chance to include any of those pieces of information, you score a point. So 1 prompt, 1 point. 2 prompts, 2 points, yeah? So they have a reason to write, because then they want to see how many did I get, yeah? Yes, that's right. So you're going to celebrate passing your exams. That's the topic, right? Informal. You're giving a party. Write an email to your cousin to invite them to the party. Okay? Don't start yet. For 1 minute, try to include as much information as possible. I won't show you the prompts. I will show them to you immediately afterwards, so you can see how many you got. 1 minute only. Are you ready? Deep breath. Continuous prose. Off you go. Don't worry if you don't know how to spell something, or if you can't think of how to say something in English, just write it in Greek. No problems. Good. Push them to write fast, because this is an additional challenge, yeah? Don't worry about spelling. Don't worry about grammar. Don't worry about anything. Keep on writing. 20 seconds, 20 more seconds. Okay. That's it. Time's up. Pens down. Now, it's not painful, is it? That's only 1 minute. And again, students, they don't have to get everything right. They've been writing very quickly. They can include words in Greek if they didn't know the word in English. So let's see now. Can somebody read out loud what they have written? Okay. We have a number of volunteers, but the gentleman is sitting at the back, so we can't hear you. So you have to speak up, though. Yeah? Please.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hi, I'm longing to see you. My passing the exams party will be in our house garden on Sunday evening. All information.
All right. Okay. Let's have another one. Let's have another one. Yeah, the lady here in blue. Yeah.
Writing to invite you to 𝗧𝗢𝗢 on Sunday, 3rd September at 9 o'clock. We are going to drink beers and eat pizza. All my friends will be there.
Okay. Now let's see how many points these people got. Let's hear the ladies. Okay.
Dear 𝗧𝗢𝗓, I'm throwing a party to celebrate my passing my CPE exam. You can come at my place on the 5th of September. Bring your husband as well. We'll dance, sing, and play lots of fun games. Wait to see you.
Okay. All right. Let's see. When and where the party will take place? The lady in blue had that. Yeah. What sort of food and drink? The lady mentioned pizza. So you have two. Yeah. And beers. Okay. What sort of music and games there will be? Okay. No. The lady here mentioned something, but why you would really like your cousin to be able to come to the party? So you scored 2 points out of 4. Very good. You can see how simple the activity is. It requires no preparation. So what you do is you can download 10 such topics, and you get students to do this activity 10 times over. If you tell them to write for 10 minutes, nobody's going to do it. But if you tell them to do 10 times for 1 minute each time, that's very different. And they can add up the numbers and see who the winner is at the end. Yeah? It's every time. It's a small thing, and then you give them feedback instantly. So they have time to relax. Very flexible activity. And then they can check to see what the words were that they didn't know how to say, what the phrases were that they didn't know. Okay? You can give them feedback. Now, speaking of writing, let me ask you a question. You're teachers. Let's say you get a piece of writing. What's the first thing you do upon getting a piece of? I'll tell you. You grab your red pen. This is what most teachers do. Okay, I'm joking actually here. Okay, but this is what many teachers do, and then we start marking. Now, the reason I'm telling you this is because I want to highlight something important about the NOCN. They have a completely different approach to marking. Instead, yeah, it has a completely different approach. Instead of looking at what you did wrong, they focus on what you can do, what you got right. So instead of focusing on the mistakes and the inappropriate vocabulary and the lack of punctuation and so on, the examiner goes, okay, this is relevant to the topic, tick. Oh, it's good paragraphs, so that makes it easier for the tick. That beginning is good, dear job, tick. Yeah, you get the idea. And if you, hopefully this is going to have a positive backwashing class. We want teachers to focus on what the students can do, because that boosts their confidence. And then we can fix all the other things as well. Yeah? Very good.